There's a moment in every thinking person's life when the pursuit of knowledge feels less like liberation and more like a burden. We chase after truth, we seek answers, we collect facts, ideas, theories, hoping it will make life easier to live. But the more we know, the more we see. And what we see isn't always beautiful. Knowledge is a strange thing. It promises clarity, but often brings discomfort. It gives us the light to see the world, but also the shadows hiding within it. Sometimes, ignorance really is bliss, because knowledge strips away the comfort of simplicity. It replaces childhood myths with adult questions and shows us that life isn't a straight line. It's a maze, a spiral, sometimes even a paradox. So, why do we still chase it? Why do we willingly dive into books, lectures, debates, even when the truths we uncover unsettle us? Maybe because we don't just want to exist. We want to understand, to know why we're here, to make sense of the chaos, to find patterns in the pain, meaning in the madness. But here's the irony. The more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. Socrates once said, "I know that I know nothing," a man considered wise by many, who claimed wisdom by admitting ignorance. And in that paradox lies a quiet truth. Real knowledge doesn't make you arrogant, it makes you humble. Because you start to see how complex everything truly is, how history repeats, but never in the same way. How people contradict themselves, yet remain consistent in their humanity. How answers exist, but often in layers, wrapped in nuance, shaped by time, perspective, and culture. There's a certain loneliness that comes with knowing. Because once you see the world with open eyes, you can't unsee it. You might find it harder to enjoy small talk, harder to laugh at jokes that used to make you smile, harder to pretend things are okay when you know they're not. Knowledge creates distance between who you were and who you're becoming. And that transformation, it's not always glamorous. It's not always poetic. Sometimes it's just painful. But maybe that's the cost of truth. You lose your comfort zone, but you gain awareness. You lose certainty, but you gain depth. You lose easy answers, but you gain better questions. And in the end, maybe that's what makes knowledge worth it. Not because it gives us control, but because it gives us perspective. Not because it guarantees peace, but because it teaches us how to live without it. There's a quiet strength in holding knowledge without letting it crush you. A courage in continuing to learn, even when the truths you uncover make the world feel heavier. To know and still choose to love. To know and still find reasons to hope. To know and still show up. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. So if knowledge feels heavy, that's okay. It's supposed to. You're not meant to carry it all at once. You're meant to carry what matters and leave space for what's still unfolding. Because at the end of the day, we don't need to know everything. We just need to stay open, curious, and honest with ourselves and with the world. That's where real power begins. Not in knowing it all, but in daring to know and still choosing to care. Because knowledge isn't the destination, it's the compass. It doesn't always tell you what's right, but it reminds you to keep asking, to stay human, to stay awake. It urges you to look closer, even when it hurts, to listen longer, even when silence feels easier. And perhaps most importantly, it teaches you that no one has it all figured out. Not the scholars, not the scientists, not the philosophers, not even you. We're all just walking each other home, armed with bits of understanding, lessons in our scars, and stories shaped by what we've dared to learn. So don't fear what you don't know. Let it move you. Let it challenge you. Let it remind you that you're still growing. And that is a kind of wisdom too.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.